Alright, welcome back to Roguetech, and welcome back to the Challenge Run MkII. So, as I said at the end of the last episode, we're traveling today. First thing we're going to look for is flashpoints, because, again, that's something I haven't done in previous runs, and I think that's pretty fun to do, and I don't think we're going to be able to afford to travel around once we crank up the difficulty for Challenge Run MkIII and potentially bankrupt every month. So, we could go for the limited gladiator combat medium. What is this? The opportunist. Expires in 23 days, times 63 days. What about this one over here? Expires in 175 days, takes 45. Okay, so we can do that one, we cannot do that one. What about this one? What's this one? No. And then there's this one. Pirates have set down on a Comstar controlled area. Didn't we already do this one? Oh, it doesn't. No, I've seen it before. Expires in 39 days, times 71. Okay, so we can't do that one. I'm not going to look in clan space because that's a very, very far distance to travel. So, yeah, let's go do some medium gladiator combat. Alright.
By your command.
So, as usual, while we're traveling, we have an Ostrock to build, right? Question mark? I think. And I think some stuff got damaged a little bit that we need to, like, replace some weapons or something. Right. Punch Big Punch got wrecked, right? Right?
Welcome to the grease pit.
I don't know, I've slept since then. Oh, we also have a Centurion to build. Right. Okay, Ostra. We got a Clan XL in it. We got a Warfare Suite Mark II. Wonderful. Got the 390 core. Was there something I was waiting for before building this? Yeah, I don't know what I was waiting for, but I do know that we have a Dreadnought Gyro. So we're going to get some damage reduction in here. So we've got 610 movement on a 60-tonner. That's awesome. Dreadnought will help it survive better. We're totally going for the, the same kind of idea as we have with the. Do we give it stealth too? So the problem with Chameleon is you're using tonnage and heat in part to get the mimetic stealth. But we're going to be, as long as we're running for maximum evasion that we can get, we're going to be losing half or more of the mimetic stealth charges. Which is not great. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give it reactive plating for even more damage reduction. And also so that once we get some NSS, we can replace the reactive with NSS because it's the same tonnage. It's just fixed slots. There's no tonnage increase or decrease, same as NSS. So that's a thing we're going to do. Cool. This thing's actually turning out to be tankier than I expected. Goes some Clan Indo. Yeah. I mean, we could patchwork tier 1 to get the 51.7 down to 51.5. And all we have in the center torso is a support hardpoint. So actually, yeah, that's a thing we can do. Alright. For weapons, we're definitely going to go with the Clan Pulse Lasers like we did with the... Actually, do we? I mean, we could go medium X Pulse. It's more damage, same recoil reduction, same accuracy. We have the narrow low profile quirk, so +1 defense, that's awesome. We got +1 defense, we've got a bunch of evasion because we run really fast. That's something I want. That's something I absolutely want. We do not have a clan mask. But we do have an inner spirit mask. And we do have a supercharger. Yeah, we're going to slap the patchwork up there. We're going to give it a supercharger and a mask. Actually, the mask needs to go on the other side. Okay, tonnage is a problem. We can't afford mask and supercharger, at least not an inner spirit mask. Unless... I mean, we could do that, strip off 0.2 tons of armor, but that's only 2 pulse lasers. That's not even... Oh, man. The mask is 3 tons. Clan mask would be lighter. Clan mask would be lighter. I think I do like the idea of using, like, all the patchwork on this mech, though. Like, yeah, if we do lose a leg, that's gonna be kind of, you know, awful. But there we go. So we've got that, which gives us 7 tons to work with. Not enough to run all 4 pulse lasers. Ah, that's rough. Do I strip off a ton of armor? Or do I give up on the stealth or damage reduction idea? Nah, because it's also immunity through armor crits and damage. That's amazing. Although, actually, that doesn't really matter that much because, I mean, we don't have any ammo. Because we're going full energy here. Like, so, if I go, where is it? Am I blind? Where are the X-pulses? There they are. If I go X-pulse, X-pulse, and I go medium ER pulse, medium pulse, then we have a bunch of high accuracy weapons. Very high accuracy weapons. We have the X-pulses to just shear through armor, and then the mediums to follow up to try to, you know, get crits or whatever. The heat is a problem, but it won't be once we throw in a Exchanger Double Plus. Boom, that fixes all of our heat problems. We're now actually overcooling by 2. We don't care, actually, about the enhanced imaging. Not really. Because with a 60-tonner, I don't think we're going to be able to get to, you know, 7 or 8 evasion. And we don't care about called shot multiplier or accuracy or whatever, because this thing is, you know, 4 pulse lasers. It's mostly the electronic warfare system. It's mostly the speed and being able to dodge bullets. I actually might go with gut support here. Better injury resist. Yeah, I think I am. Higher injury resist. Pretty good. Slick Sweet is really good. Gives everyone initiative, bonus piloting, and tactics here. And this is actually going to be very capable of running in and punching people. Ooh, actually. That's what I was waiting on. Okay, I was looking for a cockpit hot seat. That's what I was looking for, because that would give me the TSM and the mask without taking any tonnage. Okay. That's what I was looking for. Got it. Yeah, okay. I remember now. We're actually gonna go for Predator? Yeah, I think Predator. Get night vision here. So we got night vision on our fire control system, which means we can actually bring... Oh, we only have 3.6 tons. Why do we only have 3.6 tons? What? An exchanger reduces your carry capacity that much? Wow. We do have TSM. And that brings us up to 9.6. I mean... 6-ton hatch is definitely the best thing we have there. I mean, that works. That actually works. Alright, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Yeah, we can absolutely give it a... Oh, no, we don't need an AR-12 or AR-24 because we have the Warfare Suite Mark II. And these do not stack, right? Yeah, no, they don't stack. Ooh, or do I give it an IFF jammer instead of the hatchet? Yeah, so sensor sniper gives us one more ECM shield. That's definitely the best, I think. Oh, that's a tough decision. That is, we don't have any A's. We do have a gunnery A, but again, this is not a mech that we care about gunnery on. Alright, so the question is, do we bring the hatchet or do we bring an IFF jammer Mark III? That's a bonus 3 ECM shield. And I think the answer is, as long as we're running the damage reduction with the reactive plating instead of NSS, we run the hatchet. And then once we get the NSS, we decide whether we want to switch from hatchet and reactive plating to IFF jammer and NSS. I think that's the play. And for the 1 ton, I mean, we have a small X pulse, which actually does about the same damage as a single burst instead of whatever. 420 meters versus 300. I mean, could also just go with a Clan ER medium for 30 damage as a single burst, or a single hit. We've got the micro pulses for half a ton. Nah. So yeah, basically the idea here is we either strip down one of the pulse lasers into a small pulse instead of a medium, or we drop a full ton of armor. But we do have 2 shield arms. Drop a little bit off the back. Oh, this is so dangerous going that low. We're stripping off so much armor. Yeah, no, definitely center. Oh, wow. Not ideal. Not ideal. 25 armor off each arm, 25 armor off the rear center, and then 5 off of each side. But again, this mech is not about really dealing damage. So no, that doesn't make sense. I'm gonna drop the Clan medium pulse. So we're trading 36 damage. And I think I am going to go... I mean, 540 is actually even better than 420. Yeah. Small pulse lasers, no. Yeah, it's either the Clan ER medium or the small X pulse. So 200. So that's 240 meters of range. Honestly, though, we're really fast. Really fast. So I don't think we need the extra 240 meters of range. We have 500 there, 420 there. Yeah, I think we go with the small X pulse. Wait, what? Oh, right, I haven't added the armor back in. Bring all of the armor back. All of the armor on the sides. And... boom. Yeah, that is a very sturdy melee / electronic warfare mech. I like it. I like it. It's good. I'm actually quite happy with that. Like, I could go medium improved heavy instead of the small expulse, but I'm mostly going the small expulse for the range, because this thing is going to be a filthy backstabber. Especially once we get the cockpit hot seat and we're able to slap that in. A filthy run in the back, punch in the back, and then, or hatchet in the back rather, and then shoot with a bunch of pulse lasers for high accuracy. Oh, that's so good. I like it. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Beautiful.
On it.
Let's do that.
I'll let you know when that's done.
What are we going to do with the Centurion? I mean, we're definitely dropping the AC-20 ammo. Definitely dropping the single heatsink cooling. I mean, that's an AC-20 Mydran, but no. I would rather bring a rack. Easy to pilot, so +1 piloting. Rack 2 would be at 6 shots per round. It would be 3 recoil and 12% jam chance. That's very easy to mitigate. So we're gonna have 1 big ballistic and then 1 missile. Huh. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with the good old classic Rack 5. So the Clan Rack 5 has 1 higher recoil, 1% per shot lower jam chance, which is quite significant. That's 6% less jam chance if you're firing times 6. Does the same stability and damage, generates 1 additional heat, and has 240 additional range. Alright. Ammo. Rack 5 ammo. That's overkill. Well, not really. 75 is good, but if we're also bringing, for example, precision ammo. So precision ammo is going to be 15 shots, so 3 times at times 5. We can actually bring incendiary to do bonus damage against vehicles. Actually, wait, 60%? Oh wow, that's a lot less damage. Yee. 60% is like 15 less damage. And then plus 20 against vehicles. So it's like a marginal, very, very marginal increase in damage against vehicles. So it literally would just be for overheating people who are already hot. I mean, that is up to 60 heat in 1 round. But, I mean, the extra 2 heat per 2 turns is kind of whatever, because that's maximum 12 heat per turn for 2 turns. I think, actually, wait. Okay. So that's 3 shots at times 5. That's another 3 shots at times 5. And then that would be 5 shots at times 6. And then the slug. I mean, we could make this thing a toolkit, but the problem is we have so little. Like, we're dropping sometimes less than 4 mechs per battle. And having a mech that's just a toolkit is very risky. Because, yeah, if we knock somebody down or overheat them, then we don't really have to worry about them for 1 round. But if we just blow off half the mech, we don't have to worry about them for a long while. And this would be enough ammo that we never run out. Never. So, if we do that, and we also want to do something like, let's see, no minimum range, 840 max, so streak 15. Streak 15, this might be a good mech for it. Bring some streak LRM ammo. So 15 120 shots, that's 30, 60, so that's 8 alpha strikes. So let's bring 2 bends to make sure we never run out of ammo, ever. Yes, I know it's 8 shots of hitting, but let's just make sure we never run out of ammo. If we max the armor, that leaves us with 7 tons for a core. And I really don't want to bring like a 145 core. I don't want to bring an XL engine on this thing because we're already building heavy mechs. And I want this to be a low cost drop. Now we are going to need heat management. Obviously, because we're down 5 heat sinks. Honestly, actually, we're only generating 25 heat. Do I actually run single heat sinks here? I mean, if we throw just like a standard exchanger, we don't have just a standard exchanger. We also have no electronic warfare, but I can throw in like the AR-24 sheath beacon or something. I mean, yeah, throw in advanced optics, sure. We don't have a just base, boring, regular exchanger. I mean, we do have. Actually, we could probably put heavy ferro on here. We're not using a ton of slots, and then Indo. That saves us almost 5 tons, but it also takes up all the slots. Like, what would we put on here now? Because we can't put any more heat sinks. We don't have any electronic warfare, but again, we could just slap an AR-24 in here. I mean, is there anything else I would want to put in it? What would I use 5 tons for? I mean, all I have is a support hardpoint. What could I use 5 tons for? Just a bigger core? Which would also actually save me some slots. At this point, we have that's about 38, so we have 12 tons for a core. That's a 210. So if we put in a 200, that is 46. If we put in a 210, it is still 46. Alright, so there's no reason to go over 200. Actually, 195 might still be 46. Yep. What about 190? 3.5. Okay, so it would have to be a 195. And then 3 heatsink tons. 1, 2, 3. And then that leaves us with 2 tons. So let's go ahead and throw in some case 2. Alright, and then that leaves us with exactly 1.04 tons. So I guess, I mean, yeah, let's bring some more utility. So the question is armor piercing or incendiary? So with armor piercing, we can do up to 24 damage directly to internals per round. And it would do, let's see, 30 minus 40%. So it would do like 17? damage, so we'd lose like 13 damage to armor to do 4 damage directly to internals. The plus 50% modifier to through armor crit chance versus minus 50% chance to do a critical hit, so... and then the additional 4% jam chance adds an additional 6% jam chance. And then the slug does like what? No additional jam chance, but plus 3 recoil. You know what? Let's. Why not? Let's have fun with it. So minus 90% damage, so we're going to be doing very little damage. Unless they're open, in which case we do 15 instead of like 2. 200% stability damage means that we would be able to do 12.5 times 6, which is insane. Yeah. And like I said, we go over to sensors. We go Air 24. So now we have electronic warfare stuff. Fire control. I mean, I guess clan improved. Get the night vision going. Then again, flak does minus 1 recoil. So that's minus 1 recoil and bonus crit chance and evasion ignore. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, gunnery A and B would reduce the chance of jamming. But this isn't a super high impact mech. We're just gonna throw rangefinder plus in. Call it good enough. Call it good enough. Yeah. I mean, it's not a super amazing mech, but it gets the job done. And then since we don't have night vision anywhere else, we can go ahead and give it advanced optics Mark II. Ooh. Oh, we already... Derp. Alright, heat bank? Sure. Alright, let's do that. Sounds fun.
Right. I'll get it in the
Get some DACA online. So we're definitely, whenever we get another heavy, we're definitely going to phase out probably the Oss Scout. It has served us well, but it's time. Let me actually check and see who requires the most time. The Guillotine, the Warhound, the Orion, Bushwhacker, Centurion, Ostrok. I'm really excited to try that Ostrok. It's gonna be fun. Alright. Wait. Oh, Punchy didn't get... Okay. Punchy did not get wrecked. Oh no, that's right. That was like the mission before where we lost an arm. Right? Something like that. We lost the left arm, so we had to replace the claws. And we got like an engine crit. And almost lost the mech. Oh, right, the blue flame. We also need to take a look at the blue flame. Nope, we already did. Yep, we already replaced the jump jets. Okay. Alright. Cool. I mean, we could pull out the Exchanger and put in Exchanger Double Plus or Exchanger Clan, but no, I think I'm just gonna leave it as is. That's fine. Alright. Let's get where we're going. Check the shop, if there is one. Check the hiring hall, because, yeah, we need to replace the pilot that was only able to pilot tanks. And then do the flashpoint and call it a day, I think.
Job's done, Commander.
Is there anything else we want to do? Oh, okay. No, haha. Alright, so a lot of stuff needs to get done, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so he's fine. That's right. Bushwhacker got obliterated. I remember now. Stormcrow, I believe, just got an engine crit. No, we also lost Clan Indo and Fire Control, or Advanced Optics Mark I. That's fine. I mean, yeah, we only have 2 left, but we do have another Clan Indo, so that's fine. And Advanced Optics, what's the max range of this? 540, which is exactly Advanced Optics Mark I. Wait, what? That was weird. Okay, I don't know why it booted the hatchet there. That was very strange. Okay. Yeah, so back right to where we were. Cool. Awesome. Neat. Great. Alright.
On it. I'll let you know when
Then
it's done.
we have the guillotine. Oh, the guillotine got wrecked. I don't even remember when this happened. Ouch. Okay. Ouch. Alright. So, we do have another clan enhanced imaging. One more. There's that back. We do have another Fire Control Mark II. Actually, we got 3 of them. So that's not that big of a deal. We do have another Angel ECM, right? No. But we have a Warfare Suite Mark II. We have another Sensor Recon. Actually, if we're running the Warfare Suite Mark II, the Sensor Recon won't work because it's already got the Pro built in. So we'll come back to the electronic warfare stuff. We lost the clan mask. Oh, we don't have a spare. Although we do have a supercharger, which is actually a little bit lighter. And the only difference really is if it crits the engine rather than the mask critting the legs. But yeah, 2.8 tons would become 3.5 if we used an inner sphere mask versus the supercharger, which is 2.05. We'll consider that. First things first, though. Enhanced imaging, Fire Control Mark II. Medium ER pulse we do not have anymore because we just put it on the 60-tonner. But we do have just a clan medium pulse laser. We lost others, didn't we? Yeah, we lost 3 clan medium pulse lasers. One of them extended range. So I could just put 3 clan medium pulse lasers back in. Or I could put in a clan large pulse. But no, this thing's pretty zippy. So yeah, we'll stick to the shorter range, higher damage. Alright. So, lost a little bit of range and damage on one of them. That's fine. Actually, much better heat. That's 8 less heat. Cool. Take it. Yeah, the Angel ECM. Huh. So here's the thing. We're now overcooling by 12. Which means we could replace the engine emergency coolant system +3 with a engine heat sinks +1. Or actually, wait. Yeah, because we put in the Warfare Suite Mark II, which actually has a C3 built in as well. Yeah, this protects the carrier with 5, this protects the carrier with 4, counters ECM stealth by 2, counters ECM stealth by 2, C3 built in that gives a 3 sensor ping, versus a C3 that gives a 1 sensor ping. Yeah, I think... Oh no. Ah, I won't let us. Okay. Back out. Back in. Yeah, we can rebuild this to do the same thing it was doing, but better. Okay. Unless it keeps being buggy and not letting me move stuff. Alright. Do that. Do that. Alright. Alright. So. Clan medium pulse, clan medium pulse, clan medium pulse. We're running low on clan medium pulses. Emergency coolant plus 3 gets replaced with engine heatsink plus 1. So we no longer have the emergency coolant, so if we start overheating, we're in a little bit of trouble. But not that much because we have nothing that can explode, so it's fine. And yeah, our heat efficiency is perfect. Absolutely perfect. Cool. For a regular biome, obviously. For a hot biome, we'll have to turn a laser off, but that's fine. I mean, we're sinking 81 heat per turn if we need to not shoot. So that's cool. Right, we were gonna do the Warfare Suite Mark II, in part because it already has a built-in C3. So 5 tons, better shield, better C3, versus the Warfare Suite, which is 3 tons, where we'd have to add in the extra heat C3, and the extra C3 just isn't as good. Yeah, we do not have the ability to add sensor sniper, but that's fine. This isn't really a super stealthy mech anyway. We could actually add in a Dreadnought gyro instead of the Gyro XL. Give it bulwark, give it extra damage reduction. Oh wait, we do have sniper sensors. Boom. 1 extra IFF jamming and bonus sight and sensors and stuff. Good. Cool. And we had a clan enhanced imaging, so we'll keep the clan enhanced imaging. We do have a pretty strong alpha strike. I mean, 36 times 6 is not terrible. Over 200 damage. Good stuff. Very accurate as well. So, it's worth the enhanced imaging. I'm going to save the gunnery A for a jamming, mech. But we have 2 Bs, so we'll throw a B in. Sure. And that, I believe, replaces everything except for the mask. Yeah, we don't have enough for the inner sphere mask, right? No. 0.7 too heavy. So, until we get a clan mask to replace the one we lost, kind of have to go with the supercharger to keep up the same speed. I mean, could also throw in another battle computer. So battle computer heat would actually make us even cooler. So then we could drop engine heat sinks plus 1. I mean, like literally that. We're actually a fairly low heat mech, so the engine heat sinks plus 1 makes more sense than putting in a battle computer heat, which ends up basically doing the same thing. It's just we would cool less per round. So if we did start getting overheated, we would only cool 75 per round instead of 81. So in this situation, the engine heat sinks plus 1 is actually better than the battle computer heat. I mean, battle computer energy just +1 accuracy across the board. That's pretty good. Battle computer tracking, evasion ignore, pretty good. Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna go battle computer energy. I'm gonna save the tracking for like a Gauss mech or something like. That reminds me, hyper assault Gauss. We have 2 hyper assault 20s and a hyper assault 30, and we have 1 double bin of hyper Gauss ammo, which is 30. So hyper assault 20s use 2 ammo per shot, which means this could feed a single hyper assault 20 for 15 rounds, or 2 for 7.5 rounds. So we need 1 more double bin or some single bins before we can actually make a hyper Gauss build. But yeah, now we just strip off 0.25 tons. We don't need case because nothing can explode. We could go gyro dreadnought, just to get the extra damage reduction. But we already have the spall liner, and I think damage reduction is multiplicative. You know what? We might as well. Because I think the Orion is a stealth mech, right? I think. Yeah. Oh, right. Bump. Alright. Yep. Cool.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
Yeah, the Orion is a stealth mech, right? No, it is not. I mean, it does have a Nova. It has a clan mask, actually. I could put the clan mask onto... No, we'll keep the clan mask here, right? Yeah. Go stabilized ultralight. Actually, would the stabilized ultralight allow us to use the inner sphere mask? That's a good question. 0.37, huh? If we drop the engine heatsink +1 and we replace the heat bank with an exchanger, that is much better heat efficiency. Not as much resistance to overheat. So we're basically trading 13 heat per turn in exchange for 15 heat per turn, as well as minus 10% heat generated. Pretty good. It is pretty good. Which also, since we're saving a slot, we could slap that in center torso, so it's less likely we lose the Nova. And then 0.37, so... that lets us completely armor up, doesn't it? Not quite completely. But very close to completely. So... we actually gain more stability threshold, or more max stability rather, save a little bit of extra tonnage, which allows us to bring a mask instead of the clan mask. Dropping in the exchanger allows us to drop the engine heat sinks +1, which allows us to armor up. Pretty good. Pretty good. I would definitely prefer for this to be a stealth mech, especially since it's not very hot. I say that actually, this mech is almost as hot as the pulse lasers. That's kind of crazy. Indo Composite is 5 slots versus Clan Indo, which is 7, and saves twice as much tonnage. Hello. That's interesting. So what do we do with an extra 2 tons? Also, AC-20. Do we have precision? Yes, we do. It's pretty good. I mean, it's only 3 shots, so that's one. Nah, that should definitely go in the Hunchback instead of the Orion. Unless we get a second one, in which case we could do 3 double taps. That'd be pretty cool. Incendiary is interesting. So, yeah, 40 extra heat would turn to 80 heat against vehicles. Very strong, but we already have the armor piercing against vehicles. I mean, that would be potentially 80 heat against a target and 20 heat, 40 heat per turn if both hit, or if all of it hits, but that's excessive. What do we do with 2 tons? Battle computers. Ooh, battle computers. Battle computer heat brings us even cooler. We don't need that. We don't need battle computer heat. But we can bring tracking and ballistic. Or actually range might be interesting. Battle computer range. 10% additional range, so 1 extra hex on the IAC-20 and 1.5, 2 extra hexes. Yeah, about 2 extra hexes. I don't know for sure. 1 hex is somewhere between like 25 and 35 meters, something around that. So this would be like 2 extra hexes, and this would be 1 extra hex from battle computer range. But this is an evasion ignore and +1 accuracy with the IAC-20. We don't need optics because we have the fire control. I mean the enhanced imaging that gives us night vision. I mean, that is an option. Alternatively, would we be able... Okay, hold on. This... Not enough slots. Okay. That answers that question. So yeah, I think we go tracking, ballistic. So this turret mount plus the ballistic battle computer makes it a +3 accuracy. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then we just need 0.12 tons, so we can actually take the armor back off the legs that we put on it. We still end up adding 5 armor to each leg compared to what was there. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, gyro artillery, -1 recoil. Doesn't save any tonnage though, so that's almost 3 tons we'd have to come up with. Not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, that's a solid mech. That is a solid mech. Ooh, actually, we have a combat shield.
Log and note. Shouldn't be too hard.
Hunchback. How did we have a ton for precision ammo? Ah, we replaced it with a double bin. Okay, because we originally had a single bin of AC-20, which was 5 shots, and an AC-20 precision. No, that doesn't make... Why would I only have 8 shots? I guess it is a melee mech, so... Huh. It's fine. It's fine just the way it is. I'm happy with my hunchback. Yeah. Awestruck. Awestruck. So, actually, hold on. If we run... We can't run a mask and TSM at the same time. So I should not have taken the clan mask off of... Ooh, actually, hold on. We have a 6-ton hatchet. But instead of a 6-ton hatchet, we could really double down on this damage reduction thing and bring a 6-ton combat shield. No, because we already get bulwark from Gyro Dreadnought, and that's the primary benefit of the combat shield, so no. Unless we pull the Dreadnought Gyro off of the Awestruck and put it on the Orion. Okay, actually. Tough choice. I mean... Yeah, no, I think that's better. So we go combat shield, and then instead of the Gyro Dreadnought, we just go back to a standard XL Gyro, same tonnage, cool.
On it.
I mean, we don't have that many mechs, or we don't have that many Mechwarriors that are really good, you know, at melee, so it's fine. Bushwhacker. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. Yeah. That hurt so much. I mean, I'm definitely not scrapping it, so let's just do that. Do that and validate. 8 days.
Right.
8 days just restoring the armor. Orion, I want finished first. We've almost spent 2 million C-bills just refitting and repairing. That's
got the financial report.
Pretty crazy. I forgot to look how many days we have left till we get there. But I think we're safe to go Spartan. Because I think we have a way left to go. We're going to arrive in 23 days, so yeah. We're going to arrive in 23 days, and then 7 days later, we get back our full tech points. Yeah, Orion. Drop the mask back for the clan mask again, which saves a little bit of tonnage. Clan. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's try this again. That's so annoying. Alright, drop the mask. Put the Nova Clan AWS there. Put in the clan mask. Boom. And then go for the Gyro Dreadnought. So we now have 40% damage reduction when we have guarded. And then an additional just 5% flat all the time. So we got a little bit of damage reduction to go with our Zoom. which actually isn't that much zoom. 4.6. That's it. So this brings it up to 4.8, and this brings it up to 4.10. Huh. Can we actually upgrade the core? So we have a 300 versus 330. No, that's way too much. Wow, just 30 rating is that big of a difference whenever you get to the higher engine cores. Wow, okay. So yeah, that's like 4 tons with the XL engine upgrade. Wow. Alright, so that's not gonna happen. Oh, come on. Let me put it back. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay. 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 It's fine. It's completely fine. Drop that. Wow. Alright. Alright. Sorry about this. Okay. Mask. Goodbye. Nova over there. Clan mask. Right there. That frees up almost an entire ton, which we then use some of to put in the Gyro Dreadnought. So now we have 0.38 available. Do we have just a double bin of AC-20? No. So this is 10, which is 5 Alpha Strikes. These together are 3 Alpha Strikes. So that's 8 Alpha Strikes. And then another 5, which is, yeah, 10.5 Alpha Strikes. Okay. And then we have 3 Alpha Strikes, 6 Alpha Strikes, 9 Alpha Strikes with the heavy MRM. I kinda actually want to bring another bin of ammo for the heavy MRM. Heavy MRM Apollo is all we have. I see. I see. Well, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. If I had a half bin, that would be the easy answer. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, do I go Fire Control Mark II here? And get Evasion and Gore in 1 gunnery? Or do I go Fire Control Advanced Targeting Computer to get the 20% multiplier to jam chance? And I don't have Artemis, right? No, I do not have Artemis. I would really like a half bin of heavy MRM ammo. Just another 60 shots would bring me up to 10 Alpha Strikes, which would be ideal, but let's, I guess, armor up. Yep. That's what we can do. Ooh, actually, hold on. No, not that. Is it here? Where is... Ooh, actually, I've got upper recoil. That would give +1 accuracy on the heavy MRM and -1 recoil on the IAC-20. That's pretty good. And the quick sell weighs the same, but just doesn't give the +1 accuracy. Okay. Alright. So, back down to about where the armor was before. Because I really think that upper recoil is going to help a lot. Do we have anything else? Not really. Yeah, I like never use coolant flushes. I probably should try them out at some point. Right. Yeah, no, okay. Actually, can I save some tonnage by dropping to 290? You know what? No. No, I'm gonna leave it at 4.6. So I'm pretty sure if I dropped it to 290, it would be 3.5. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I like it just like that. Alright. So 0.5. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. I like the Orion. That's a good Orion.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Very happy with that Orion. This Haas Scout is still just the laser AMS boat. Cool. Alright. I think that's everything. Unless I'm completely going brain dead on something that I wanted to do and just completely forgot about. Okay. All of our work is done.
I wrapped up that job you asked for, Commander.
I've already spent enough time in the mech bay, so I'm not going to go through and look at every single one. Our bushwhacker we still haven't actually built. Let me just do that real quick. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to look at what kind of missile weapons I have that are super light. ATMs are pretty light. Do I have ammo for them actually? Yes, I do. Each one of these is 60 missiles. 3, 6, 9. If I had one more ATM, that would be really cool. But I do not. Like one more ATM 3 would be really cool. You know what? I've spent enough time in the mech bay. I'm gonna leave it. We'll see what we get. If we get some more ATMs, I will absolutely make Bushwhacker an ATM boat. Well, let's just get there. I know I'm wasting time. I could be working on the Bushwhacker. Medium laser. Go ahead, have fun. Yeah, she put it back together. Yay, I didn't lose a medium laser. That's fine. And we're almost there. Oh, I could also be upgrading the Argo because we have plenty of money. Yeah, Challenge Run Mark III is going to be very much more interesting since we're not just going to have, like, unlimited money. Sure. Why not?
For that, Commander, I'll get the crew moving.
We're almost... I think this is going to be the first playthrough where I actually finish upgrading the entire Argo. That's kind of cool. Alright, and it's actually a Solaris 7 planet, so after I finish the Flashpoint... Yeah, after I finish the Flashpoint, I'm not going to be able to get any salvage, so... Yeah, I mean... Sure, it's a medium difficulty. We've already dropped the Hunchback on hard and been fine. So I'm kind of tempted to just drop the Hunchback again. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, you are not allowed to drop 6 units, only 1. Let's go with... Let's see, we're in the urban environment, so that means there is not going to be any cover for him to get the Dreadnought upgrade, or the Dreadnought benefit. So let's go with the Warhound, actually. With Freitas. Let's go. Yep. Alright. I'm really looking forward to Freitas getting Berserkers soon, but
Command interface initiated.
I'm fairly confident the Stormcrow is going to be fine, since the Hunchback is actually... I would say the Hunchback is actually the worst of the two melee mechs. Whereas Freitas here... I mean, that's 5 evasion. Oh, because I wasn't using the hot seat, cockpit, and supercharger. That's why. Alright.
Yes, Commander.
I do not see them. But they have no spawn protection. And I know they're over in this general vicinity. So if I go right here and do that... And yeah, I was mistaken. The Hunchback would have been able to have cover. But it's fine. I cannot shoot anything. So I'll EWS ping.
I've got a sensor lock.
Oh, is it just one? It's a Griffin? What? You brought a Griffin? Actually, I'm not gonna do that just in case there is another enemy. This should be a kill. Oh, I could have turned the supercharger off. Completely unnecessary. Ooh. I see. That was unexpected. That was unexpected.
No SRMs remaining.
Alright. Jumping into my back.
I've got
Ooh.
an enemy flanking to the side.
But he's not firing his other rooms because I'm inside of his minimum range.
Commander.
Yeah, turn the supercharger off. Once again, hitting him from the... Oh, that's the back, actually. 60.5. You know what? I'll keep hitting him from the same side. Maybe I'll take his leg.
Good to go.
Although I'm getting very little evasion. What? Freitas? You're gonna miss 2 60s in a row? Really? I mean, you got the kill, so...
Tango.
I guess it's fine, but... Man,
Mission successful.
you missed both swings. Alright. 1.7 million? He didn't even hit me, did he? Okay. I mean... I could build a Griffin. But I'd have to take 3 parts of the Griffin. Because I don't have 3 parts of any of the Griffins. And this isn't one of the ones I already have parts to. That's... unfortunate. Okay. I guess I take the Griffin parts. Oh boy. Alright then. That. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Actually, I might put that on the Oz Scout. Then again, I don't know if night vision matters for AMS or not. So nah, I'll just ditch it. We have 37 double heat sinks. Oh wow! Alright, we get 300,000 and... I wish those were clan masks, but okay. Clan active probe, heavy Gauss ammo, a UAC-5s that we can add to the pile. Alright then. Womp womp womp. Store of anything interesting? Enhanced Tellurium. That could be interesting. I mean, it's 7 damage per missile instead of 5. But it is 13 tons. I think standard Telegram 20 is 10 tons, so extra 3 tons for an extra 40 damage. It's worth it. But I mean, sure, we have all the money in the world. Why not? It gives us options. Ooh, Plasma Lance. Oh. That's right, they changed Plasma Lance from the craziness that it used to be. So it's only a plus 10% multiplier to punch attack damage. Wait a second. Go ahead and just pick that up, just so we have spares.
New equipment available.
Ooh, Assault Articulated Jump Jet. Plus 10% walk distance, plus 1 defense. Absolutely.
New equipment available.
That's gonna be fun. We're gonna make a super zoomy 100-tonner. I'm gonna do my best to make spall liners for 110. Sure, I'll pick up a couple of them.
Available.
5-ton hatchet. Sure.
New equipment.
Why not?
Available.
Why not? It's only 2 ton. It's interesting.
New weapon systems available.
Flail? I don't think I've ever seen that before. Doesn't look that good. Alright, so first things first. Who is it that we put the... Oh, no, Hunchback is... Yeah. Hunchback is punchy. Combat Shotgun is 2 hands, though. Why do we have a clan exchanger? Did we used to have another weapon that I just forgot to remove the exchanger? Anyway, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Just because the combat shotgun's 2 hands. So, where'd it go? I did buy it, right? Did I forget to buy the Plasma Lance? No, I totally bought it. Where is it then? Oh, it's probably under support weapon. Ooh, does it actually take a support hard point? Is that how that works? No, okay, it's just, yeah. Yeah, no, it's... Can we? No, we cannot use the combat shotgun and the plasma lance. Plus 30% punch attack damage, plus 20% punch attack stability damage. Fires cluster munitions, separates into 5 projectiles at 120 meters and deals 20% less damage below that range. So it actually does 12 less damage. So it only does 48 damage when we're actually meleeing. Plasma Lance does 50. Plus 25 heat. And we could actually also bring a second one-hand... Okay. Alright, I know what I'm doing. Oh, wait. Here. So get rid of the chainsaw. And we have up to 5 tons. Well, we just got a 5-ton hatchet. Or I could go Vibro Sword. Oh, this is the thing. Yeah, Plasma Lance is punch attack damage. Punch attack damage. So it actually would not really help with the... I mean, it would still be able to fire, but it wouldn't add the extra 10%. I mean, the 30% punch attack damage is pretty good. Like, if I'm not using something else that adds punch attack damage, then... Yeah, that's also a physical weapon attack. Okay. If I could get another Plasma Lance, actually? Have the Hunchback have a Plasma Lance in each hand? Yeah, Flail is also a physical weapon attack. I mean, what we could do is we could replace the Heavy Pharaoh. Oh no. Cockpit Hot Seat's already Indo. I mean, not Indo, because we have this heavy industrial armor. Yeah, can't be used with TSM. Okay. Yeah, we would have to get this thing 6-ton melee, so we would need to get an extra 2 tons of carry weight. Then we could use it and the Plasma Lance. But how do we get 2 tons of carry weight? Yeah, that would replace the Cockpit Hot Seat. The Cockpit Hot Seat obviously is non-negotiable because it, you know, greatly increases our physical weapon or punch damage. Yeah. If only. If only. Because that, yeah, there is nothing, right? Articulated jump jets is interesting. I think I'm gonna put the articulated jump jets on Stormcrow. Right? I do have a slot with the Stormcrow, right? Right? Supercharger, and then... Ah, it's 2 slots. Unfortunate. Yeah. So the Supercharger gives plus 50% run multiplier, which is an extra 3 hexes. Articulated jump jets would give an extra 10% walk, which would be 0.6 without the hot seat cockpit, and I think 1 full hex with the hot seat cockpit, which would increase our sprint because we're using the hot seat. No, the hot seat cockpit's just walk. Yeah, so I think Supercharger's better. Although we already actually generate a lot of evasion from just moving. And the articulated jump jets don't have a fail chance. You know what? Let's try it. we would need 2.5 tons. I mean, we could drop the rocket. But then what? Drop the stealth for Pharaoh, I guess. And then drop 0.7 tons worth of armor. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. +1 defense in exchange for dropping stealth. And plus 10% walk distance in exchange for 50% run multiplier. And then having to strip off almost a full ton of armor in addition? No. No. The articulated jump jets needs to be on something that's really fast, like 10 plus hex move. And I don't think we run anything like that. Except for like the cicada. Ooh, actually. How much would it weigh on the cicada? Equip, articulated jump jets. We would need 2.8 tons. And we have no way to get 2.8 tons. Cool. Alright. That's fine. Man, that's so heavy. 70% of 1/10 chassis tonnage. Yeah, that's pretty hefty for what it does. But this would increase the movement from 912 to like 10. Wait, 912? Huh? Oh, is that including the articulated jump jet? Yeah, okay. So it's 812. It would bump it up to 913? 913 and a half, around there. It would also get +1 defense. But I mean, we would have to replace something like one of the pulse lasers, drop our damage even more. Yeah, that's not worth it. That is not worth it. Definitely not dropping armor off the cicada, okay? I know I just got done saying we've spent enough time in the mech lab. Yeah. What about fall off? Fall off's really fast. And drop the speedy leg actuator for 0.35. Oh no, we got 2 energy hard points center torso, that's not gonna happen. Alright. And also 2 in the center torso, but we are using a cockpit interface, so maybe. We would have to put the cockpit interface in the head. And then it would be still 2.45. Yeah, that's it. It's good, but it's not good enough. Unless we build around it with the bushwhacker. And we put ourselves... right. 2 energy hard points in the center. Yeah, so unless we basically wanted to just use something other than energy, like just missiles or missiles and ballistic. Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. I do like the articulated jump jets, and I'm very happy I have the assault one, because on an assault mech, if you can spend 3 tons or whatever to bump up from a 3 move or a 4 move by 1 hex, that's really good. And 100 tonners, for example, 100 ton mech maxes out with a 400 core, which is 4.6. And then if you go mask and supercharger, that's 410. But if you can upgrade the 4 into a 5 via like speedy leg actuator or articulated jump jets, then the 410 becomes a 512 or 12 and a half, 13-ish, which is pretty good. So I'm very happy to have picked up the articulated jump jets. Although, actually, since we haven't built the Bushwhacker, I mean, we do already have Clan Pharaoh and Indo in it, but it's pretty cheap to add those, so let's store it for now. We're going to put together the Griffin.
That mech is ready to
Alright, and did we get the XL? That's the real question. We did. Amazing. Amazing. That is some good money right there. Battle Fists as well? Ooh. Do we make another melee medium? We could. We very well could. And we do have that plasma lance we're not using. Just make like a sort of melee medium. Do we have a combat shield? Do we have a combat shield? Nope, we already used it. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But if I get a second plasma lance, I'm absolutely gonna make something around them. Which actually kind of makes me want to repair this just to stash it in case I need to build another medium melee mech. I mean, what has he got? He's got hands. No, I'm just gonna scrap. Then again, it's definitely better than the Oscout. Okay. How many? He has 1 support hardpoint on his arm. I mean, it is an upgrade from the Oscout. Doing something more than just the AMS. Yeah, let's do it. Let's build ourselves a Griffin. I like Griffins. Griffins are fine.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Centurion. Got the Rack 5 and Streak LRM Centurion. We're gonna build yet another melee mech. We need to go fight pirates. That's what we need to do. We need to go find something in pirate space. And yeah, we're gonna drop the Oscout on another mission, I think, and then scrap it once it takes some damage, and then next time we travel, we'll build the Bushwhacker again. Alright, so yeah, that's physical weapon attack. 120% crit chance, that's pretty cool. Okay. Okay. I mean, if we keep bouncing around to Solaris planets, we're more likely to find another plasma blade. Oh yeah, need to check the hiring hall. Bloodhair, ex-military, bookish, technician, spacer, Mechwarrior.
Orders.
Rick, brave, lucky.
Standing by.
Rita, ex-military, Mechwarrior, technician.
Let's do this.
Hacker, bookish, technician, ex-military, merchant, Mechwarrior.
Yes,
Siegfried, athletic, ex-military, Mechwarrior, lucky, commander, gladiator. Oh, wait. What? I thought I fired a tanker only guy. Did I already hire a replacement? I guess so. I don't know. I've slept since then. Alright. Well, in that case, onward. Command Center. Let's play one mission and then I will call it a day, and next episode we'll travel again. Because I don't want to sit here and play a ton of Solaris missions and get nothing but money whenever we're not stressed. Yeah, no, let's play a mission just so that we played one mission today. And sure, 8v8. 8v8, lots and lots of tonnage. So we got a Marauder, we've got an Orion, we've got a Guillotine, we've got an Ostrak, and we've got one more skull that we can bring. So, Hunchback. And can we also bring the... Where's the Oscout? There it is. Yes, we can. Can we also bring a Wolfhound? No. Firestarter? No. Cicada? No. Wyvern? No. Okay. That's our team then. Alright, so Bo-Katan is in the Guillotine. Ether was in the Crab. Grandpa was in the Wyvern. Gremlin was in the Marauder. Helga was in the Orion, correct? Yes. The Ostrak is new, so I'm going to have to figure out who wants to pilot that. Paradox is in his Punchback. The Oscout is just kind of whoever, so we'll stick Porin in it. Just so that we can get more experience on her, because I do like the fact that she adds to evasion. That's pretty cool. And then the Ostrak. Or actually, do we put Porin on the Ostrak? And we'll see how much evasion it generates with somebody else on it. Who, though? That's the question. Who? I mean, Das is disgraced. That's pretty good. But he's also reckless, so I'm not going to be able to really test the, yeah, and I need somebody with piloting. You know what? Yeah, let's go with Lucky. Why not? Deploy! Yeah, I know. Wait. 4 skulls. Ah, I was off by 1. Whoops. Alright, so I have clearly not recovered from the excessive number of all-nighters I pulled last month.
Initiated.
7.5, or 7 divided by 2 is definitely 3.5 and not 4, so... Oops. Of course, this is like the part of the challenge run where things start getting very difficult, so, yeah. I guess it's fine. 7 skulls is still very, very difficult, even with 4-star lands. That's a longbow. Huh. Okay, at least we're not facing with our back towards them. Wait, is anyone? Oh yeah, the Hunchback is. So we definitely need to turn around with the Hunchback as soon as possible. Because of this. Okay, it's just Swarm though. AMS is holding.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Alright. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of longbow that is, but longbow is scary. Man, they have some pretty good initiative. Turn 17. Oh, okay, or maybe we just have really low initiative. Alright.
Yeah.
Wait, what? We have
Waiting for orders.
5 people activating on turn 15. Alright, like I said, I definitely need to turn around with the Hunchback, so we'll definitely do that. I would like 5 evasion and cover, but... Oh, there we go. I have to run over rough terrain to get it. But... that's unfortunate. Because the longbow hasn't acted yet. He gets 6 evasion. Shoot at the Cyclops. That hasn't acted yet. Awesome. Yeah, no, I think... Is this just a defensive turn? Do we go 5 in cover and then EWS ping? That's a green dot, but it's not showing the tree. This EWS ping would hit the Hollander, the longbow, and the Cyclops, but the longbow and the Cyclops haven't acted yet. It's fine.
Understood. Moving.
The
fast.
important thing is we turn around so we're not getting shot in the back. That kind of looked like a Mad Cat or Timberwolf over there.
Sensors locked
Okay,
on.
Cyclops, longbow, Hollander. Okay, now the Cyclops acts. Okay. Like I said, the main purpose of moving Punchy was to just not get shot in the back by the longbow.
I'm
Because it's
listening.
probably capable of indirect fire. Probably. Ooh, actually, those hit chances. Now that I shaved off... Never mind, he's immune to sensor lock. Cool. That's just my hit chance against 6 evasion. Gremlin's crazy. She's not even reckless, is she? She's just an assassin. Yeah, the Cyclops is not a major concern. I think I can safely just rush him with the Hunchback and kill him that way. I do not want to line up for stray shots. Which basically means if I don't want to line up for stray shots, I just have to shoot the Cyclops if I don't want to risk any stray shots. That's not cool. So I'm gonna shoot at the longbow.
Take this. Receiving you.
Okay, here, supercharger mask. Probably need both to get there, and I can only shoot the heavy emerald if I do go there. Here I can shoot both. Here I can just shoot the heavy emerald. You know what? I'll actually keep the supercharger off because the mask will just crit legs if it crits.
Double time.
I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna hit the longbow with swarm. And again, 48.7 is not bad. That is a double arrow 4 longbow. Oh no. Oh, that is scary. Okay, actually I can also turn on enhanced imaging. Yeah, we need to shred. We need to do as much damage as we can, as fast as we can, and take that thing down.
What's up, boss?
It's going to be able to overheat us in one turn. All of us. All at once. Those hit chances are awful.
I copy.
Those hit chances are so awful. And I'm lining up perfectly for stray shots, but... Oh, there was also an assassin behind him. Right, enhanced imaging. And do we have... No, we do not have Warlord or anything. Okay. Yeah.
Locking in all weapons.
Just hoping to open him. No, I can't open him. Okay. Supercharger on. Continue just lining up for stray shots. Oh man, those hit chances are awful. Those hit chances are awful. This is so bad. Yeah, I might as well.
One attitude adjustment.
Yeah, there's always the chance that I hit him. Yeah, now it's his turn. Here comes the arrows. Yep. That's a lot of heat. Yep. Hey!
My armor's getting stripped
Our
off.
TSM's on.
Reporting major armor
Alright. Cool. Awesome. Great. Amazing. That's... I hate it. I hate everything about it. Oh boy. Alright. Yeah, that is definitely a Timberwolf. Or Mad Cat or whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is bad. This is very, very bad. We need that longbow dead. And we need it dead, like, now. On the bright side, it's not great on initiative, but neither are we. Awesome. Cool. Alright, some swarm. I'm fine with some swarm.
Mostly missed me.
Took out 8 of
Damage
them.
is minor, Commander.
Timberwolf S7. Which one's the S7? I don't know, but it's got cover, guarded, and bulwark. Cool.
That one hit me right in the
Wow.
feels. No, I can see blood. They actually hit me.
Okay. On the bright side, it's lucky.
Yeah, Commander.
So, it's lucky. Yeah, we need this kill, and we need this kill, like, now. Our heavy and rim jammed.
Understood.
Oh,
Moving
jeez.
fast.
Okay. Yeah, going all in, armor piercing, there's a chance. Right? Yeah, he just has standard armor, so he has no immunity through armor crits. Here's hoping. Ammo explosion. Nope. Just a heat sink.
Target's taken a critical hit.
That's not enough. Alright. Quick draw. 7x. Doing nothing.
Ready for orders.
I'm actually kind of tempted to charge. Not even gonna lie. We still have the Os Scout and the Guillotine, so I'm gonna actually reserve with Paradox.
Waiting for the ride.
If the Cyclops comes closer, then okay. If not, then I might
Damage
charge the
light.
longbow.
Receiving you.
Okay. We're hot on the Guillotine. But
No shooting, just running.
can we actually still shoot? We do not have any kind of emergency cooling. Okay, you know what? I'm going to offensive push here to reduce his initiative. Aim at his side torso and drop 1 medium laser.
I copy.
I mean, -1 initiative. Beautiful! Oh, we needed that so bad.
That is something good.
Okay.
Over the red line. I'm healed.
Huh. Cool. He has 1 wound. I have no idea what his max is. I mean, sure.
Oh boy.
Stay out of the fire so that we don't shut down, so our AMS stays active. Yeah, I'm just gonna UAV ping.
I've got a sensor lock.
So I know the longbow's immune to sensor lock, but that's a lot of people that I just hit. Hopefully some of them lost evasion. Flamer hotshots and medium improved heavies with a plasma rifle. Okay. Double snub nose, double X pulse, and double MML9.
Hey there.
That's pretty scary. But I can't punch any of them. So again, I think I'm going to reserve with Paradox and see if the Cyclops
Holding
comes
for the
closer.
right opportunity.
Okay, he's shut down. So what can I do that will be more impactful? Okay, if I move Lucky out of the way, I can potentially get a shot. No, I can't. I cannot get a shot on the Mad Cat. Yeah, no, I guess move to the edge of the fire and
Moving,
hopefully not stray shot my people.
Firing everything.
Okay, everything went past my firing
On
line.
the clock. What do you want?
Beautiful. I mean, 4 evasion. Letting the Timberwolf be able to get into my back so I can get into the Hollander's back. That's a heavy Gauss rifle. And I'm hot. And I'm hot. Awesome. Okay, those hit chances are kind of garbage, so... AUWS ping. I drop heat, AUWS ping. Hit literally everyone. Beautiful. Longbow's blowing himself up, and the Cyclops is actually running away. Longbow no longer has arrows, or at least no longer has arrow ammo. Well, he lost both side torsos, so yeah, he probably just doesn't have any arrows anymore. Cool.
Good to go.
That was a wonderful crit. Punchy McPunch can get into this cluster of mechs, and then next turn have tons of punch targets. And I thought I saw somewhere I could... Yeah, right there. Shooting past my Ostrock, though. Again, though, that Hollander...
On the move.
That Hollander is scary. And my hit chance is amazing. Beautiful.
Let's see how you like this.
There is a heavy Gauss rifle
Target
off the board.
eliminated.
Now, unfortunately, the Timberwolf's definitely going to act first. Okay, here comes the assassin charge. No, just a punch. Okay. I'm not super worried about just a punch. Especially since he didn't fire any... Uh-oh. That's a charge. Please no. Oh no. Not the Orion, I just built it. Okay, it didn't go boom, it just got knocked. Helga's not bleeding out, she's
Commander.
just injured.
I'm wounded.
Oh man, I'm so glad it splashed that much. That's not good. Okay, let's think for a second. The Orion's on the ground. Okay. The Orion's on the ground. The Longbow can't do anything. He's shut down. The Ghost just went. The Quick Draw has a Plasma Cannon and the ER mediums. But this Vulture. If this Vulture gets to shoot, that's a lot of damage.
Orders?
But at the same time, these guys... I can easily hit these guys. Paradox will probably be able to punch the Assassin. Our Marauder could shoot the Mad Cat. I cannot get unobstructed to the Vulture. So, yeah, turning off the Supercharger. Mad Cat in the back. Can't punch. I was gonna punch to save heat. Yeah, I can only kick. That's unfortunate. But it is still a backstrike. And I think I will go overheat. In part because the guillotine's completely fresh, and if I shut down, they might shoot the guillotine instead of the Orion that's on the ground. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna knock him, and then my back damage isn't gonna matter at all.
This heat is
Nope.
frying my
Okay, I
throat.
didn't shut down, and I didn't knock him.
I'm taking heat damage.
Alright. Cool. Glad they're not targeting the Orion. Okay. Alright, Orion's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is completely fine. Here comes the Cyclops. Firing indirectly. AMS is holding. Whew, what a mission.
Yeah?
Is he XL? Yes he is. He is XL. Goodbye.
That
Fool.
there's a kill.
And then Marauder can move over to start dealing with the Cyclops.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Paradox is turn 12. So I'm gonna give him a turn
Commander?
to make sure he can melee the assassin. Cannot melee the assassin in the back though. Interesting. Alright. Well then, I'll punch him from the side. And smack, boom, and daka. Boom. Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm melting in here.
That's so
Generating a lot
bad.
of heat, Commander.
Heat damage.
Okay.
Commander, I'm starting to cook.
Alright.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
So Lucky's bleeding out. And how many of our mechs overheated? The Guillotine overheated. Paradox overheat. No, wait. Paradox didn't overheat. He still has evasion. Wait. Do they still have evasion despite overheating? I heard people shutting down. But I'm not seeing shut down. Am I losing it? I know I thought I just heard them shutting down. Okay. Alright. How do? I mean, I could get in the quick draws back with 4 evasion.
Let's make
And
some
then
bad
vigilance.
decisions at high speed.
And vigilance. So I have 40% damage reduction.
Coming right up.
Okay.
Orders?
Helga, turn everything that's going to explode off. Stand up. Because standing up actually rolls a check to see if they explode. So always turn stuff off before you stand back up. Alright. And now that I've stood back up, Alright. My hit chances are garbage, but there's a chance of stray shotting, so... I mean... What's my crit chance? 6%? I'll take a 6%. It'll just misfire, it'll damage it, it won't destroy it. Alright, Ghost has a chance of blowing up from an ammo explosion. Quick Draw does not. So I think I actually go for standard. And yeah, just go with hit chance. Because apparently my back strike did leg damage and arm damage. Cool. That's fine.
Firing a full salvo.
I can't follow up on the leg or on the back damage anyway, so
My mech is overheating.
Yeah, we're gonna totally move and brace with the Oss Scout. And still overheat? Probably.
The heat affecting my performance. What
Okay.
is the heat? Mech shutting down.
Oh, bleeding out, 11 activations remaining. Okay, cool. Yeah, Ostrak is going to definitely go into the back of the Vulture and hopefully have a good time.
All right, let's get down to it.
Swing
Cream of the
and...
crop flies to the top.
Okay, he's open. No crits. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I definitely need to get a cockpit hot seat for that thing. Absolutely. Get another melee mech going, this time a 60-tonner, so we would have a 50-ton in the Punchback, a 55-ton in the Stormcrow. Right? Stormcrow is 55 tons, right?
Commander.
I think so. Yeah, this is bad. On the bright side, nothing can explode. But, yeah. There's no point even moving. Okay, we did not shut down.
Cooking my internal
Next turn, we
structure.
should be able to sink enough heat to not have too much of a problem. 1 damage per missile. Love to see it. Like,
Yeah, it's getting
yeah,
pretty fucking
heat,
warm in
cool,
here.
whatever. So if I turn off the cockpit hot seat, turn on the supercharger, I should actually be able to sprint and shoot. I mean, I could just finish this guy. Get him out of the way. That makes more sense. Or, not. Alright.
I'm ready for orders.
Here, we still have absolutely awful percentages on all of our stuff. And actually, we can't really move, so... Oh, we can move 1 hex. Is that enough? It is enough. Okay.
Move into position.
So we move 1 hex. I do not want to explode. I want to drop all of my heat. And again, chance for through armor crit. I mean, 2 hits with that hit chance is totally acceptable. Cyclops is dueling my Marauder. You don't stand a chance, mate.
Commander. Location
I
confirmed.
mean, I could also shoot over there, but no. This makes more sense. Is he running XL? No, he is not. So, I just want to do damage wherever. Alright.
Hey. Powered up.
Cool. Laser AMS back online. Turn 21 is the Ghost. Ooh, structure is exposed. Helga needs to be careful.
I'm taking internal damage.
She's turned 16. So the Quick Draw and Vulture both get to go first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Everything's fine. Everything is completely fine. Cool. Vulture getting into the back of the Ostrak? No, shooting at the Orion. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. We're good. We are good.
Heavy damage.
Everything's fine.
Standing by.
Okay. We are getting the coolant flush. Actually, I'm gonna keep that off to conserve heat. Yeah, absolutely.
You want fast? I can give you fast.
Absolutely. Do we go ghost or do we go quick draw? Like, the plasma cannon is just heat damage, right? Inner Sphere plasma cannon is like 20 damage and like 20 heat. But without anything else to overheat us, that's not really threatening. Of course, then again, light PPCs and MMLs isn't really threatening, so... yeah, I guess let's shoot the higher hit chance thing. Cool.
Firing a full delta.
Alright,
I'm here.
Scout.
There. Okay.
Moving in. Okay.
Right here. Mm-hmm.
And again. Doing that.
Roger
Marching
that.
forward.
Receiving you.
Okay. Now we can move into cover. Amazing.
Location confirmed.
We can go vigilance. We've turned our left side towards these enemies. And hopefully our Ostrock will finish off the vulture. Just going standard, which actually has a better hit chance. Cool. Enhanced imaging still has a 16% fail chance, so yeah, let's not do that. Okay, 2 lasers down.
Connection on that one. I'm out of SRM.
Yep. Half of his lasers are down. Cool. Guillotine is still toasty. But we
On the
can get
move.
2 evasion,
Full speed.
and we're not going to overheat this time. Oh, we only have to turn 2 off? Okay. Cool. Yeah, we're going to do that.
Target confirmed.
And that's a leg. That's a kill. Even better.
Hostile removed.
I'm on the clock. What do you
Lucky.
want?
TSM is active, which actually means we have bonus melee. 1.5 times. Punch and turn off everything. Well then. Did they hit me with the plasma? Yeah, that's probably what happened. Alright. Well,
Alright, let's get down. The cream of the crop will rise to the
unfortunate.
top.
and let me guess, shutdown.
Sometimes failing it.
Nope,
It's getting
cool.
pretty fucking warm in
Alright,
here.
so we keep our 40% damage
It's
reduction,
getting
we
pretty
keep our
fucking
2
warm in
evasion.
here.
That's good. And yeah, I don't care about the fresh Marauder getting shot by a Cyclops. That's completely fine. Alright, and he's still... Oh, he just cooked. Completely. Cool. Goodbye, Longbow. Alright. Punchy's getting hit. It's fine. That's fine. Vulture cannot get behind the Ostrock. He's actually focusing punchback. Ah, Inferno.
I'm under heavy fire.
That's what was generating so much heat.
Commander?
Yeah, Inferno. That's a lot of heat. Yeah. All right.
On the move.
Unfortunately, I can't get the Vulture's back where he is, right? Pretty sure I can't. Those hit chances are not good enough to fire past the Ostrock, so we'll do this instead. Last shot of armor piercing. Sure. Sure.
Locking on.
1 hit. Oh well. It was enough to knock him unsteady.
AC-20 ammo gone.
What now?
Forun. Probably just gonna
think
UAV
so.
ping. Although I just moved out of where the Cyclops is in it. It's not gonna hit him. Sure though.
Go solo.
It's more effective than just firing a large laser. That's for sure. Yeah, the Ostrog needs to go. It's just, it did well when 2, laser AMS quick cell was enough to intercept most of the missiles coming for us.
Standing by.
But now it's not doing much. Alright,
I copy.
those are some good hit chances. And I can actually fire everything? Not quite. But the last turn I didn't overheat, so going a little overheat here is fine. Okay.
Watch my heat.
Paradox.
I'm taking damage.
Turn that off. Turn that on. Which is going to generate additional heat, but that's fine.
On my way.
We're going to go into the cover. We're going to take Vigilance for our 60% damage reduction, and then... Do we go for the kill on the Ghost, or do we go to open up the Vulture? I think we go to open up the Vulture.
I copy.
Ammo explosion. Beautiful.
Target's taking a critical hit. My heat sinks can't vent fast enough.
And
I'm
then
taking damage.
this is a no-brainer. I mean, I might as well actually offensive push to try to knock his initiative below mine next turn, while also taking off side torso.
Firing it all. I think I hit something
Okay.
special there.
So his initiative should be garbage,
I'm going.
and I should be in position to shoot him again next turn.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Ooh, actually I can shoot him in the back. And that actually makes a lot more sense than... Yeah, it makes more sense to shoot him in the back than it does to punch him in the side. Those hit chances, though. Why are those hit chances so bad? Why do I have 31s for hit chances? Even outside of the forest? Okay. Something's weird. It's gonna get better.
Let's make some bad decisions at high speed.
No, it's not. Really? Okay. I mean, if it's not gonna get better, it's not gonna get better. Weird. I should have offensive pushed, just since I wasn't gonna hit anyway.
Sometimes failing is
Knock his
important.
initiative down so that I
However,
get
this
it act
will
first,
mostly be
but
painful.
turn 24, yeah, that wouldn't have mattered. Alright, Orion kind of needs to get out of there.
Took a hard hit there.
Unfortunately, Orion is not going to act in time. Okay, we're fine.
Armor breach.
We
Internal-
are
Commander.
absolutely fine. Yeah, going for the Vulture would be a charge. Yeah, he has less armor left on the side than he does in the back, so... Absolutely.
Location confirmed.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I should not have shot the large base. Everything okay?
Target eliminated.
Oh no, we did drop the heat. Okay. For a second, I thought it was staying. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, the heat dropped after the melee, not before it. Got it. So charger needs to turn off. That's fine. Yeah, I don't need to help Marauder. Marauder's got the Cyclops, no problem.
Roger that.
Guillotine. EWS ping to drop heat, hoping I can get into his back next turn.
Hey,
Oran. Sure. Why not? Why not? Offensive push. Side torso, sure.
here we go.
Whatever. -4 initiative next round is the reason I did that.
Right here.
Alright, Gremlin. Yeah, there's no sense offensive pushing because there's nowhere in particular that's weak enough for me to actually open it. So just keeping the hit chance as high as possible is better. There's that, and then I guess I'll move there, sure. Maybe be able to get a shot on the vulture if necessary.
I'm on the clock. What do you want?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Keep my TSM on.
The cream of the crop will rise to the top.
Cool. Cool.
Standing by.
Helga. Helga's gonna go Vigilance. He's the last one, right? That's the last two because I killed everything else, right? Yeah, at least
On the
going
way.
here,
Double
if
time.
I accidentally hit the Ostrock, I'm hitting him in the side. On the back. Yeah.
All weapon systems locked.
1 out of 3 health remaining, and he's knocked, which should, unless he resists the injury, should finish him. Beautiful. Alright, all that's left is a Cyclops. Cool. Whew. That's one way to end it. Alright.
Mission successful.
Oh boy. So yeah, 3.2 million sea bills. Orion got opened, but did not lose anything. Marauder was fine. Guillotine was fine. Yeah, that was there was a lot of overheat, and yeah, that was kind of scary. But Ostrock did not, or not Ostrock, Oscout did not get damaged, and it looked like the Ostrock could only get 4 evasion. So we definitely need to get a cockpit hot seat in that thing so we can at least get 5. And, you know, also so the melee's higher. The melee damage. I mean, the TSM was good as far as keeping the melee damage high, but we can do better. 153,000 sea bills to repair? Yeah, no problem. Alright, and then next time we will travel, find a, you know, find a thing, flashpoint. Find a flashpoint to do, or start a, you know, conquest of a planet or something. But, also, did we check the store since we got here? Yeah. I remember now. Right. Okay. In any case, that has been your episode of Roguetech for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, have a good one.